Alright guys, so today's video is sponsored by Soundcore. They do want to talk about some new things and even a deal that they have going with the AeroFit 2. But I kind of see this as just another opportunity to talk about what has been my most used earbud since they've been released. And I'll talk about why these have come in so handy and why I use these more than any other earbud that I have. But some of the things that Soundcore is running right now, if you buy these on their site and you use the code CASE4ME, which I'll have all of this in the description, they actually include a free travel case, a free pleather traveling case to fit the actual case of the earbuds in. So this keeps these from getting scratched. It's actually very convenient. It even has a clip, so it clips onto your bag if you don't want to carry these in your pocket. I use this case very frequently because I am a coach outside of this. And when we travel or when I'm out on the field, the pockets that I have normally don't have enough room for everything. Plus it'll have other things that will scratch the case of my AeroFit 2s. So to be able to clip it onto my bat bag or clip it onto the bag that I carry, again, makes it convenient, kind of keeps it away from everything, but always allows me to have it on me. Now, another feature and another thing that they really wanted to promote is through updates, now these have two different methods of real-time translation. So they are using AI to translate what you're saying to whatever language or wherever you're at so that people can understand what you're saying, or you can have it where it's channeling in what is being said around you so that you can read or hear. It'll actually be pumped into the earbuds what they're saying in your language. And the two different methods they have is they have a face-to-face mode and they have a real-time method. Now they have up to, I think it's over 100 different languages, and the accuracy is 97%. So I will show you what Soundcore uses as examples to be able to show you how both methods work, which you can see here.
Now we are in face-to-face translation mode. Start by selecting the languages you need to translate. Tap the bottom right button, or gently tap the touch control area on your earbuds.
Hello.
Start speaking. The translated speech will play through your phone. When the other person needs to speak, tap the bottom left button.
Hola.
Once they're done, the translated speech will automatically play through your earbuds. To use real-time translation, tap the real-time translation button at the bottom left. Once you're in, select the languages you need to translate. Then tap the microphone icon below to start translating. You'll hear the translated speech through your earbuds.
And welcome to English Pod. My name is Marco.
Bienvenidos a English Pod.
To turn off the playback, go to More Settings in the top right corner and disable it.
And what's really convenient about this, I am actually debating on going to the Beyond Expo that's over in Asia. This is in May, and obviously I don't speak the language over there. So to have these earbuds with me and to be able to have it translate what is being said around me so that I don't feel completely lost, or I can understand what the people around me are saying, this again is pretty convenient. Now I have a lot of companies reach out to me about checking out products, and I have a lot of earbud companies that reach out selling earbuds that are specific to translation only, and they're actually pretty pricey. They usually come in at about $200 to $300. I have seen some go around $100 to $150. So the fact that Soundcore has now incorporated this into a consumer earbud makes this pretty convenient, and it actually ups the value of what these are going for. Now, when I said that this has become my most used earbud, I want to explain why that is. So first off, it's open ear, so it makes it super convenient to be able to use and still just be aware of everything around you. These do support LDAC playback, so that's some of the best Bluetooth codecs you're going to get, so the higher quality when listening to music. The battery life is insane because you can get 10 hours on the earbuds themselves on a single charge, but with the charging case, you can get up to 42 hours. So no matter what, that's going to get me through a full day. And if I do pick them up and they are dead, it does have an incredible fast charging feature where a 10-minute charge gets me 4 hours of use. Now it does have multi-point connection, and the way that I utilize these is I use these while editing my video so that I can hear everything very clearly, but again, still be able to hear if somebody comes up to talk to me. And I also have it connected to my phone at the same time so that if somebody calls in, I can easily just take the call and not have to go in and switch things around or take these out of my ears. Like, they can just be on me at all times. Another thing is, obviously, I can switch to just listening to music on my phone, but then if I pop open a YouTube video on my PC, it just immediately switches from what I'm making play audio. Again, it's super convenient, and it actually sounds really good for an open style earbud. It's not one of those that lacks bass. They even use what they call bass turbo. It is also using a racetrack style driver, so it's covering a lot more area. It's not just like this small little speaker that's barely positioned. And in fact, they have adjustable hooks, so you can actually get this kind of hovering right over your ear canal. And that way you're getting the best sound anyway, because I've tried some open ear style ear hook earbuds that are sitting a little too high, and you can hear your stuff but kind of at a distance, and that kind of takes away from the sound quality you're supposed to be getting on an earbud like this. Another thing is the case on these is Qi wireless charging compatible. A lot of open ear style ear hook earbuds don't have this on their cases, so I like the fact that these support that. It does have an IP55 rating, so it makes me feel a little more confident if I'm going to use them by the pool, or if it starts to rain, or if I'm sweating, if I'm using these like out running or riding a bike. And it also has that dust protection, so I can use them at the beach or somewhere where dust is just flying around, and I never really have to worry that these are getting damaged. And another aspect, and this kind of goes back to the translation, but another thing that's been very convenient about these are how good the microphones are. So obviously you need good mics to be able to pick up things to be translated, but if you're going to use these for phone calls, the 4 mics that they're using on here does an excellent job of focusing in on my voice, and if I'm in a noisy environment, it does a really good job of blocking out a lot of that as well. But you guys can be a judge by listening to a test here. So I'm out here doing a mic test with the AeroFit 2. It's not really a windy day, but I can hear birds and some random things outside. But this is just to give you an idea of what it would sound like if you were to take a call in public. So to kind of wrap this video up, and outside of all of those features, obviously the most important thing when it comes to an audio product is the sound. And when it comes to open ear style earbuds, this is definitely one of the best sounding products out there on the market. This is something that Soundcore has kind of honed in and specialized in. They have their C30i, the C40i as far as the clip-on style, but when it comes to the actual hook design, the original AeroFit and the AeroFit Pro, they took both of those and just mashed them in to one earbud, and that's what the AeroFit 2 is. And I definitely think this is one of those standout products for them. Sound quality wise, it's going to be hard to beat in this style of earbud. You're still getting the low end that's similar to what you're getting with a pair of true wireless earbuds. And overall, I've been extremely happy. And again, the convenience, the battery life, the sound quality, the comfort, this is one of those that's been my go-to. It's what I use most of the time when I'm out and about, because I always still want to be aware of my surroundings. So it's a product that kind of caught me by surprise. And again, Soundcore sponsoring this video allowed me to talk about it again. The new features I think are huge, especially if you're somebody that travels a lot. The traveling case, obviously, but then the ability to have that real-time translation, which is very impressive. You can put it up against other translators, and the convenience, again, of it being able to pump in your language what is being said around you. It's hard to explain how convenient that is, especially if you're in that situation. But guys, that's my video on the Soundcore AeroFit 2. Again, if you're interested in purchasing these, all of that information will be in the description. But thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.